When I tell you it is icy out here, mad ice. Slide like crazy. Here's Shadows. You know when the road clear, but when the road clear and out the door cold. When the road is clear, doesn't mean nothing. When the sun look like it a shine, doesn't mean nothing. A lot of times, you see sun a shine and you go to the door, it is so cold, you have to wonder. It's freezing. Ah, Jesus. Chatters. I is cold. I hope everybody's doing well. Quick chat real quick. Alright, so you see the topic was saying taking your mental health seriously. It is very important for us to take our mental health seriously. You know why? A lot of us think that God not care about we mind, and even some of the things where you think about and you don't maybe verbalize to people. Some people will go to the counselor and tell the counselor, you know, something that they may be going through and how it's affected them. And like for example, sometimes when somebody is grieving and they lost their mom or dad or like a husband or something like that, and then sometimes they go through these depressive stages or state, and sometimes the wife or the husband or the spouse doesn't feel like they want to live anymore. So right then and there you realize that this grieving process for them, it's not that simple, and they might have to start thinking about how it has affected them mentally, right? Because now the thoughts that you usually wouldn't succumb to or you wouldn't listen to in your own head, you start to think about the thought them where you wouldn't normally think about, right? You notice yourself, you start think about it more, you start feel like you're all kill yourself, or you feel like you're do something to yourself. This is how it starts. You understand? This is how these things start. And a lot of times, you know, we not really take it serious that it is circumstances that can get you to a mental place. Some women are raped, and God forbid, the way all the women go through things, guys, if for any reason you see this cut out, just because the sleep on the live, me move up and down. If for any reason, alright, for example, think about it logically, right? You know, if you have a degree, if you talk logic and common sense, a lot of people will go through rape. I'm not going to use that because, remember I say, we come from a sexual culture. So most of we, when it comes to how people affect we, a lot of times people touch you, rape you, do all kind of something to you and all that. Hello. Hi. How are you? And you know, when you think about it, you realize you start grow up now as a person. We can't happen to you when you're older, or it can happen to you when you're younger. But you start to realize that after a while you start have feelings towards man in a different way. You now view man the way you used to view man, and you start have this anger towards relationship. So you find yourself in some position where you have relationship and your relationship may not succeed. You start realizing, you know, you're in a relationship, but it's like, say, you're always angry with the man, or they accuse the man, or you will find yourself in a relationship and you're not vulnerable. You're not open and you're not vulnerable. Guys, just bear with me because I'm in this building and the phone go in and out. So you find yourself even like when you're in a relationship with a man and it's like you're not open, you're not sex, you know, and give up the sex sometimes. Not every woman, because sometimes when women get raped, they become promiscuous. Other women, when they get raped, they shut down their body, so they're not get nothing. You have to really take it from them. A lot of women go get married, and when they get married, because they've been through so much molestation and rape and stuff like that, they don't want to give it up to the husband like that. And every time they have sex with their husband, it is almost like there is a disconnect. And then cry and every time they have sex with their husband, it's like they remember what happened to them. Every time them remember what they've been through. It's like it affects them in many ways. Some woman, it affect the relationship when them have with the kids what they have for the man there, what do them bad and dirty. So in so many ways, women are affected, or even man, because remember I said the same affect. What affect the man, affect the woman, and the woman and the man vice versa. Because there's a lot of young boys right now that are raped, and they never turn gay because they're raped. Some of them do, because that's a spiritual thing, and that's a transference of spirit right there. That's why a lot of people, this gay thing I want real sitting, you know. Because if a child at the age of accountability, and then understand sex, and you go push up sex in them and show them sex, that was not their option and their choice. And you decide to go put yourself on them and open them up to something that they're not used to. So where you think when they start doing the same thing that somebody teach them, and remember say uncle, auntie, mother and father and brother and sister, they touch and they rape, and an only stranger, it happens in the house. Hold on there. So think about, oh no, all there's something that can happen. And multiple story. Hold on. Multiple story, because when you think about it now, you know, oh, you get affected, it's not oh I get affected. Oh, you hurt, it's not the way I hurt. So now, me might decide, say, me go out and me go sleep with any man, and me not give them no love. Me go eat the whole of them, me go take their money, and that is my way to so-called heal. But in the midst of that, that is not helping my mental health. That thing is me fueling my mental health, because the pain is what fuels me to still go out there and do dirty to a man that may have not done me anything. Remember, when we are hurt, a lot of times we hurt people that don't hurt us. Look now, a lot of us, we take out our problem and the person close to you, your husband, your wife, anything will happen at church, someone will go on a ball off on a spouse, on a ball off on a picnic them, on a guani, and then when we think about it, we don't even take a moment to stop and say, wait a minute, why am I doing this? They didn't do anything to me, but I'm so upset, you know, so we go just take it out upon them. You understand? That is not how we need to do. And a lot of times we don't take this into action, even as Jamaicans, our culture, and not only that, the society down there right there. Me not there Jamaica. The society right now. How does Andrew Owners not consistently realize the mental health of people in Jamaica, and by now build facilities that can assist, you know, young people? Because you know, realize, say, most of young people are come up to the future, and a lot of these people are broken. They come from broken families, poverty, homes, and how don't go through poverty. Many women get touched, and the trauma in our culture is so dynamic and so affecting to the kids, to the families. Sometimes women do some things they don't want to do because they want empathy to survive. Hold on, the people, hold on. For them pitney, because they want empathy to survive. And they want to take care of their house. And not because they want to do it, you know. And then here comes naysayers to come say, you know, see the girl that's alive front to get money. You don't know, matter of fact, you don't know what the person been through. What they do these things. So I'm telling you, is that woman that you think that's alive front, is she fueling her mental state right now where she has been hurt in life, and she feels like this is the only way me I go solve this issue? If I don't love anybody, if I can use my body, because I'm gonna take my body anyways. I'm gonna do what I want to do my body when they rape me. So now I'm gonna use my body and take everything we have. Is something wrong with that? Sometimes that's what happens. So I'm here to remind you that you and I, we all have to consider our mental state at all costs. When you're into any relationship, when you're doing anything, even on the job, if you realize you're burnt out? Are you considered productive to help anybody when you in yourself is burnt out and you've been doing too much and right now you start to get aggravated? Some of you are aid. You work in a nursing home. Some of you work in living things. Some of you work in all kind of places. And when you did it, you have to help people. And then you become so burnt out because you have to help. So then you give everything and you might not even get a self-care day. You might not even get a day off. And you realize that now you start harsh on people. You start, you know, like every time somebody talks to you, kind of nippy and you're kind of, you know, rough and all this. These things are signs that, hey, check your mental right now. You might not be doing okay. Those thoughts are seeping in. That aggravation is seeping in now, and it's reflecting. It's reflected on the people that we are around. If it's reflected in the way we treat our children, it's reflected in the way we treat our spouses. And a lot of people don't want to consider those things. I implore you. Our mental health it's a key. Our mental health is important. Greetings, Dana God. Very important. And you know, I love when God reveals things to me, you know. I really love it because, you know, I at least know that He cares, you know, and I consistently prove God and that He doesn't just care about you going to church or some crap like that. God doesn't just care about you living in a house. God doesn't just care about you keeping a job. You know, we got to really stop limiting God to these religious things. He cares about your mind, bro. The thoughts you've been having for the last 3-4 years of unproductivity and feeling like you're not worthy. Some of you been beaten down for so long, and for goodness sake, you won't even talk the truth. Guys, remember, if you see this report, I'm in the building, so rah, rah, rah. Some of you won't even talk about how you cry at night. Jesus, help us, God. Some of you won't talk about the truth of how you cry at night. And when you come out of the time and put on your coat and go like you're the best thing walking. Help everybody and their mama, but you need help and them can't see it. You understand? Jesus. How are you? Actually, let me do that. I put this in here real quick. Hold on, guys. And especially black people. Especially black people. That we go through enough in our life. See somebody bring up Black History Month, you know. Oh, absolutely. Especially us black people. Where we are fighters. We fight. We war for one. We war for Pitney. We boom bam and we do everything. But we won't go get help. You won't talk about what happened in the house. Everything that happened in the house stays in the house. As a family say no. So now you have a bunch of people in your household broken. They can't talk about nothing. And then a lot of people, when they're ready to leave, that's why a lot of your kids, when them get ready for left, them left and I look back. A lot of them picking them when them left, then I look back down. Because them realize that place is a place of trauma, a place of pain, a place of hurt. Black people don't like to do this thing, you know. But I implore you, a Black History Month now, look at how much slavery, and beatings we go through, and trauma. Think about how back in the day, right? Think about how back in the day, when people watch their families get lynched and stuff like that. People watch their family get murdered. People watch their family get murdered. People, kids get hanged. All type of terrible something happen, right? Think about it. Think about how people have to see people dead every day as black people. Do you know the trauma? Do you know the pain and the anger you carry inside for this? Mirated. This is why some people, they kill people and they don't care, because the anger take over so much, and now it's at a point where nobody nobody addresses anything. You know, back in those times, no, you know, it's like black people don't have no say. So how can we express anything and be heard? So when you are in a position where somebody take advantage of you cannot help the situation. You get angry. You cannot help the fact that the person take you and rape you and tie up your whole gun. You're so mad when it's over. And this is why somebody will get a gun sometime and then we just ba 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 ba. Hold on. Sometimes people get a gun. Then we just take a gun and just beat people because of what they go through. If you don't get a hold of the mental health right then and there, of what you go through, you're going to become like any other person who hurt and go hurt other people. I promise you, many don't want to hear these things. Because I know if I mix a 7 over here, I know if I mix up a keep, I would have hundreds. But I could talk. A lot of us don't want to face what we need to face to get over the attitude what people are seeing now. A lot of you, the attitude that people see from you is not even a genuine you. Because at night time when you go, you better ball. A lot of you out here, you show off, you act like you're this big dog, big Dan, big dick, all these things. And we glorify ourselves. Every day we cock up. But we can't sit back and check we own a mental health and say certain things people do. It come from something else in there. So sometimes people do things to you. And you do not market. Sometimes. And you do nothing to people. This is where you can see young people that doesn't live life yet. They doesn't live life yet. They're so quick to do something to other people and hurt people. So you say, my God, you say, as a young person, how can you be this violent? How can you be this violent as a young person? At that time saying yourself, you know. I said, no man. You're too young to be this way. Where did that young person get that anger from? Where did they get that passion to want to hurt another person? Where did that young person get it from? Let me ask you. Where this kind of brutality come from now? Where a young person, 5 and 10-year-old, they should teach in a school and have sense enough to come bring gun to school. Me want to understand people. Where is it coming from? Where these things are happening and we now look at the status of people. Enough of these people, enough of them are pitting here at their yard. And you have to see what the parents are doing in front of them. You have to see how the parents are carry themselves. You have to see what the parents are teaching pitting them. You have to see. So nothing is not just going to come out of nothing. Nothing is not going to just happen with us. We're not going to just act out for no reason. Sometimes we got to consider something happened. How did it seep in? How my actions, is it because I something really feel or is it something else that's pushing that? Let's not abandon our mental health. Because if you think, say, you are above becoming a madman or a mad woman, that is where I can sad mistake. My wife I check. So don't accept your own thing either. Don't accept like I'm okay if I'm not. Don't do that. You have a right to take a break and a step back. And even a self-care moment for yourself. Even for those who work at jobs, they have to serve people. And you have to help them and see the tragedy what people go through. Sometimes it's hard to bear that burden, you know. Some people don't know to go to work and not carry the burden home to their family. Sometimes you come from work aggravated with your husband. And your husband ain't did nothing to you. Let's check our mental health. Mental health is in the middle of a lot of issues you see on social media. Because people are running with a lot of emotion that is coming from places you and I don't know about. Pay attention to people's reactions. Pay attention to their words. Pay attention to things. And if we can ever sit back and examine ourselves, the world will be a better place. I don't plan to be one of them young people that just willy-nilly life and just go through and anything come across. No, darling. I am intentional about ensuring to grow. Ensuring I have the right mindset towards things and people. Ensuring to observe things more than I would just run with things. Ensuring these things purposefully. Because if you don't start learn, you're going to keep looking like a fool out there. That's why a lot of time we look at people go on, I don't even laugh anymore. I just look at people like, my God, pitiful. Sorry for them. Because they're far gone. And they can't see what you see. They don't understand what you understand. They don't know what God may reveal to you about them. You're not here to even beat them because when it comes to God, it's mercy. When it comes to God, you want to see God help you. You want to see God help your brother, your sister, and your family, and even stranger. So when God shows us things, don't abandon those things. Don't act like it don't matter. Don't just go on like say, oh well, me can't just run around every day. I'm in a business, me can't tell everybody anything I want to tell them, and I just mind out that. I like to you speak from a place of pain. You're telling everybody your mouth and it's unnecessary and you're hurting yourself. You're still hurting and the more you hurt is the more mouth you have. Trust me, it's not going to be pretty for you in the end. Let's consider our mental health, people. Let's not abandon it. Let's not go on like it exists. Because the same head we use to chat out to your mouth, and the same head you have to deal with family and friends with, and the same taught them everything you do in your life. It is involved in it. So don't think you can abandon it. It's like the spirit, man. A lot of you're in the physical every day, but yet you go like I see a spirit not exist. You acting like it not exist doesn't make no difference to what's going to happen when you don't feed the spirit, man. There is a result and a repercussion for everything you and I do. Everything. So let me tell you something. Do not abandon your mental health. And if you're not okay, be big and bad for sake and go get the help you need. As well as those who have been through where you're not okay, be big and bad to really talk to God about it. And go forward to do whatever physical thing you got to do to assist your recovery process. It's okay to get a counselor. It is okay to get some strategies on how to overcome pain and loss. Some of us, we are grieved mother, dead mother from 15 years ago, and I know we can't overcome it. Dead father, dead auntie. And nobody now see if you forget the loved one them. But if that thing is still affecting your relationship today, that is saying something. That is really saying something. So think about it. If that thing is affecting you so much today, you have to look and say, what's going on in me? Nobody's looking and beating you for that. We all have things in us. So if we're not facing thing, then what happened to it? If we're not facing thing, then what happened to it? We all just move on in life and think that we go alright? No, it is going to catch up to you. It is going to reflect in the things you do and even the decisions we make. Shadows, God love we. And may I tell you right now, him consider your mental health. Nobody tells God not business about your mental health. And all him business about church attendance. God not believe about your church attendance. Listen to me. He's more interested in your mental health than your church attendance. He's more interested in your condition, your heart, than your church attendance. So let's not abandon our mental health. Guys, it's your girl, any Kennedy. Chit chat here. We have the hard conversation, but most of real talk. Many don't want to hear these conversations because it's not things that they can face. And I'm aware that many don't want to face things. We all grew up like that. But we're living in a time, if you don't face it, baby, it's going to face you. Let's not push the dust under the carpet, but let's use the dustpan and scrape it up. Because the more dust you put under the carpet, there's a come up time when it pile up and you go drop and bust your face. You can't hide garbage on the carpet for long. After a while, the carpet will go big up and ruffle up and bump up, and you don't buck your foot and lick your head. So you see, make all of we consider that we don't want to lick our head at the wrong time. We want to be head for heel and want to be able to help people recognize where potentially them can lick for them head. Alright? We don't want to see no destruction for people. But all those people out there that is wishing destruction for all, remember, when you wish bad for one and you dig a grave for me, remember say, you have to dig one for yourself. I am a child of the King. Just know it.